Happy Sunday! It's just me this time, but I am the supplier, and this is Sunday Book Stack for August 3rd, 2014. So it's the beginning of August, and school's about to start and all of those kind of things. I had my first meeting last week. I have another meeting next week, and another meeting the week after that, and then school starts for teachers that Tuesday, which is kind of crazy. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be driving an hour every day to get to work, carpooling hopefully, listening to a ton of audiobooks, I imagine. So that's going to be an interesting shift in my reading experience. Today I thought I would give you a July wrap-up and an August TBR, since it's about that time and I hardly ever do these. In July, I read 15 books. Many of them came from the library, which is different. I want to write a blog post on why I love the library now, but I haven't gotten to it yet. But I had two favorites from July, the first of which I talked about a lot, and it's Dead Ends by Erin Jade Lang. I borrowed a copy from the library, actually, and then got halfway through and purchased one because I found it on Amazon for like $5 in hardcover. So since I've talked about that quite a bit, I'm not going to talk about it now. But my other favorite from this month was The Crossover by Kwame Alexander. I saw this one at the bookstore at Barnes & Noble, and then I saw it again when we were in Albuquerque at one of the indie bookstores we went to, and I almost bought it, and then I bought Rose Under Fire instead. And then when I saw it at on our last library date, I went ahead and picked it up. I didn't know that it was a novel in verse. I didn't know anything about it except that it was about basketball because of the cover, because I totally picked it up because of the cover. And because, so many of my sisters are boys, and they like books about sports, so I thought I would read another book about sports, so I'd have one more on my list of books that I could recommend to them. It was amazing. I mean, it's about more than basketball. It's about family, and it's about family dynamics, and it's about these two kids, two boys. They're 7th graders. They're twins, and they're both ball players. And then a girl moves into town, and one of the brothers takes up with the girl, and the guy who's telling the story is Webster. Sorry, the cat. Is feeling rather abandoned by his brother, and he's concerned about his father who has some health issues, and he gets pissy and things happen, and oh, I cried. I cried so hard, it wasn't even funny. I was wondering how the novel in verse aspect would work with the pacing of, sports, like explaining what's happening in sporting events. But Alexander did an amazing job, and if you like novels in verse, or if you like books about sports and more than sports, I would definitely recommend The Crossover by Kwame Alexander. On my August, absolutely am going to read these TBR. I have 4 books. The first one is The Virgin Suicides. I'm reading this one with the Nerdfighteria online book club. We were supposed to read it in July, and I haven't read it yet, but our conversation is this coming Saturday at 11 Mountain Time. If you're interested, let me know. If you want to join us, or if you want to watch, I'll put a link to the Nerdfighteria online book club channel in the description, so you can, check us out over there if you like. The August book for the Nerdfighteria online book club is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which will be a reread for me, and I read Hollow City this year already. I think I have the audiobook for this one, so I may start listening to it and on my drives to work on Tuesday and Monday, and then the rest of, next week. I will also be reading Last Night I Sang to the Monster by Benjamin Allieri Sainz. He's the guy who wrote Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. The first line of the book, because I like first lines, is, "Some people have dogs, not me. I have a therapist. His name is Adam. I'd rather have a dog." And my final book is the rest of the Why the Last Man series. I'm on book 3 right now. And they're pretty quick reads because they're comics. It's a comic book bind-up. And I can get the rest of them from the library on our next library date, which I think is in 2 weeks. So those were all my books, but there's one more thing that I'm like gonna go through like a mad person, and it is Saga. Now, I started reading Saga because of Alan, and then I got hooked, and so we found out there was a comic book store in our town, and I have comic books, and I read this one on the first, and I read the last panel, I was like, ah! Yeah, I am enamored with this comic book. Tracy wants a shirt with Lying Cat on it that says Lying, but we haven't been able to find one that she likes yet. So that's what I am reading. If you've got thoughts on what I'm reading, or you'd like to tell me about what you're reading, leave it in the comments, and I'll see you there soon. Until then, I am the supplier wishing you happy reading. Don't forget to be awesome. Look, say hi. Say hi. Say hi, my name is Nina. Hi, my name is Nina.